Why would they do this? Why would they acquire this company? Why do they need to do this? Why are people reacting? This is a war. This is the streaming wars. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Clint with another entertainment news video. Guys, I'm the only guy on the block who hasn't put out a video yet about all of these mergers and things that are happening with AT&T and Discovery and Warner Brothers and MGM and Amazon and all these people. All this crazy stuff is going on, and why hasn't Clint made a video? Well, I've been rebranding my channel. I had my channel was the Black Shirt Podcast. Now we are Clint Baker, entertainment news reviews, but you can just look up Clint Baker. And guys, it's a crazy world we're living in right now. And I'm going to discuss, I'm not really here to nitpick on what executives screwed up or didn't do this or talk about the Snyderverse or talk about any. I'm here just to talk about the overall thing that's going on with these companies. You know, why would they do this? Why would they acquire this company? Why do they need to do this? Why are people reacting? This is a war. This is the streaming wars. That is right. Streaming wars. Streaming wars. Let's try that again. Streaming wars. Streaming wars. Streaming wars. Yep, streaming wars. Guys, all of these channels have been coming together over the years of just consuming other companies and growing. Disney's a prime example of that. But I'm going to go over the thing that kickstarted this whole thing in the news. Is AT&T sold Warner Brothers to Discovery. They did. A lot of people have been saying, "Oh, they merged. They did They sold Warner Brothers to Discovery for $43 million. They bought Warner Brothers. AT&T did. They decided to get into the movie game and the entertainment game, and they bought Warner Brothers for $85 million, and they have just had a rough year this year. With the pandemic, it's been very hard to really do stuff. And you've got people, you have Jason Kilar is the one who's taken the biggest hit reputation-wise. Everybody's saying, "Oh yeah, this, that, he's getting..." Here's the deal, guys. Jason Kilar had a tough year. Everybody did. I mean, he made a buttload of money, but this is a tough year. This is a pandemic year. So when you're faced with these things, you've got to make a decision, and you say, okay, do I not release anything, which is what most people did, or do I make a move? And it was a gamble. And you could say, okay, what if the pandemic doesn't get better for a long time, and I'm just sitting on all these movies, we're rotting on the vine, we've got things going, HBO's not quite developed yet, HBO Max is not quite developed yet, I'm gonna just develop this thing. And they did a poor job on the execution of that, and it's only domestic, it's only in the US, but he made a gamble and said, look, maybe I can. He worked for Hulu before, that's where he's known, and I think he just said, look, I've just got to make a go of this. If it worked, and if we were not opening up and it worked, and he got a crap load of subs and to HBO Max, and the numbers were fantastic, he would be a hero right now. But the fact of the matter is, right now, things are starting to open back up. People are starting to go back to the movies, and you know, it was embarrassing because AT&T, when they did their big meeting, they didn't even want to share their numbers. So pretty much what happened is the big higher ups, they ended up talking, and they made this deal secretly. Nobody knew about it. And I feel like a couple of the execs knew, because you had people like Emmerich and different people that were like going around starting to look for other jobs and things like that. But David Zaslav is the CEO and with the Discovery and people, and he's I think he's gonna be really good for Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers has done a really good job because they were trying to pave the new way, and instead of just sitting around, they're paving the new way, and they were trying to be pioneers. Um, they pissed off a bunch of directors and different people, um, and now, there's a lot of people that are upset with Warner Brothers over the way things are going, over releasing stuff straight to theater. I mean, straight to streaming and theater at the same time. That affects people's money, and so they really kind of burned a lot of bridges with their creators. Um, David Zaslav is known for having a great relationship with his creators. And if they have ideas that are money making, or things they can do, he's all about going down that road. And that's what you need. That's why there's some worries about some of the leadership at Disney right now, is because the new leadership in there, from what I understand, they're putting up more execs instead of having a short number of layers between the talent and the boss. Now they're starting to post up with a whole bunch of new positions and things, and it's just a bunch of more red tape. And there's been a lot of worry about Disney kind of it not going well. Who knows? Maybe it'll be great. Who knows what's going? How that's going to happen. But with David Zaslav, he is very talent friendly. That's what you want, and he's already said, from what I understand, he's already said some things that point to him wanting to patch up relationships with a lot of the talent, and I think that's fantastic, because I'm a musician who's dealt with record labels, for years, and I understand when pretty much when record companies were going down the tubes because of streaming and all these things, they weren't selling records anymore. They started doing a bunch of rash things, and that's what's happened during this pandemic. You have people that are counting beans instead of worrying about making art. And so putting somebody in charge of Warner Brothers, uh, that that's art minded and creation minded, I think is a fantastic thing. Because if you build it, they will come. Make some good stuff. People are gonna go see it. Y'all are gonna make your money. Everybody's gonna be happy. And I've heard that. I think with HBO Max, I'd heard something that they had only they only said they were going to budgeted like $2 million for new content. I mean, $2 billion for new content. And from what I understand, David Zaslav has already said that he wants to spend $20 billion. And you can correct me in the comments if my numbers are off. I have a pretty good knack for remembering things that I hear, and I heard that. I've seen so many videos on this topic this week, but I'm pretty sure that's true. But I'm going to go over some of the numbers. You've got Discovery has a streaming service. Pretty much with them merging, this is what you're gonna get. They're gonna make. I don't know for a fact they're gonna bundle it all together. But first off, I'll say Discovery has 15 million subscribers. You get Disney Plus, it's got 100 million subscribers. You got Netflix, that's got 208 million subscribers. Amazon's got 150 million subscribers. So you got all these people. Well, now you're going to have HBO Plus or HBO Max merged with Discovery. They have a global setup. They're kicking ass all over the place with all these like Property Brothers and stuff like that. And so when you mix that with some fantastic movie content and other things, this is what you're going to get with that all coming together. Let's see. Yeah, they've got Discovery's got like Shark Week. They've got Fixer Upper. They got a whole bunch of stuff like that. I can't even read my notes. But anyway, they're gonna have HBO Max, Warner Brothers, so you're gonna have HBO, CNN, Discovery Channel, Food Network, HGTV, TLC, Cartoon Network, Animal Planet, Turner Sports. You're also having sports. You got CNN, so you got news. You got TNT, TBS, and Oprah Winfrey Zone, all under the same roof. So this is some pretty intense stuff. Along with you got DC, because if you're a big player, you got to have superheroes in your cabinet, So this is great. They're gonna have DC, all the Warner Brothers movies, all this stuff. So this is a huge catalog. Disney Plus is with Hulu and ESPN and National Geographic. They have some competing stuff. You got National Geographic and the Discovery Channel are like they compete perfectly. You got ESPN can compete with Turner Sports, so it's like they've got a pretty well-rounded thing. Disney Channel doesn't have a lot of reality TV or anything, but they've got their Disney. They got a pretty badass catalog. Netflix, they don't have any news and they have no sports, right? You got Amazon is acquiring from I haven't read the news today, but they're like on the verge of acquiring MGM for 100 what was it? It was for $9 billion dollars from what I understand. And that's got James Bond, that's got The Hobbit, that's got Rocky, RoboCop, Silence of the Lambs, Magnificent Seven, and then Stargate. That's a great series. Vikings, one of my favorites. Fargo, Handmaid's Tale is a very popular one. And then unscripted stuff, they got The Voice, Survivor, Shark Tank, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and The Hills. So there's a whole bunch of stuff Amazon is pulling in. That's a good deal if you ask me. Who said it the other day? I think Robert Meyer Burnett said it. But just James Bond and Stargate alone is worth that acquisition. That's like you could really go to town on that. So that's a good move. And so I just think it's interesting. I'm watching this and all the drama I see in all these videos. It's like, oh, Jason Keelar, this happened. Snyderverse, this, that, and all the drama. And yeah, it is drama. Yeah, they did do a write-up on Jason Keelar just the other day, and then a few days later, the company gets sold. Yeah, that is dramatic and it's crazy. But what's real crazy to me is just what all these people are doing. The day after they acquired Warner Brothers, I start hearing stories about Amazon grabbing MGM. That means, oh crap, they're doing that. We better fluff up our boost our catalog, and everybody's trying to just get a really well-rounded thing. And I feel like it's going to be like 4 major players that own everything. And I wonder how long until that turns into a monopoly. One of those will buy the other, and then it'll be like 2 major players that own everything. And then at that point, it'll be like, yep, it's a $50 streaming charge, and so much for cable. It's just like cable again. I don't know. It's crazy. But anyway, I just think it's interesting and crazy to watch. So we'll see. I think it's good. I think the competition is making people have to spend more money on good stuff, as seen with Netflix spending all kinds of money on properties. Looking at the cast of the new Knives Out, it's going to be awesome. And we'll see what happens in the future. You got Amazon is spending a ton of money on Lord of the Rings right now. I think there's a lot of good stuff to come. So we'll see. And guys, thanks for watching. Again, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. Next time I crank out a video, I want you to know about it. And we'll be doing live streams every once in a while. So and you can also catch me over on Small Screen. I do reviews on that channel and do live streams with them as well. So that's youtube.com/smallscreenco. So thanks for watching, Clint Baker. I will see you soon. Alrighty.